Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of the Ryan Salins audiobook series. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I know that last week in the episode God's Land, I said that I was going to be switching over to Second Son today. However, in thinking more about it, I decided there's 3 more chapters that I'd like to read from Finding Me, Finding We first, before taking you all back to where the story first began. So today is going to be a shorter episode because instead of mixing 2 chapters in, I just want to focus on one. So today we're going to be listening to chapter 3, which is titled Love Spun Undone. And this story took place on December 13, 2022. All right, here we go. Love Spun Undone. They say love makes you blind until love is no longer kind. Love shouts words, it sharpens a mountain's knifed edge. Love spins half-truths, it gets stuck in a web of lies. Love cries tears, it fills rivers and tributaries. Love goes out to the oceans and the seas. What a lovely place for it to be. Hello? My voice and body quiver as I answer the call. It is her. We haven't been together for 9 months and haven't spoken in 6. The last time I saw her, she was parked out front of the apartment I was renting downtown. My heart sank as I took in a person and vehicle that had become ghost of my past. She drove there to hand over an envelope that was marked urgent, sent to our home instead of my loft. I could have asked her to just mail it to me. I knew what it was, but I wanted to see her. My right cheek and eyelid repeatedly twitched as I looked at her through the rolled-down driver's side window. I held back tears. I wanted to show I was strong, but to go from 12 years together to nothing puts one in a state of shock, unable to grasp the reality of a sudden and tragic death. It's you. It's your voice. I stumble over my words on the phone as I feel my heart opening to the romantic possibility of us reversing course. Are we doing the right thing? I ask. Yes, I mean a divorce, I respond. Neither did I. I feel deflated. Last night, I had a dream where you were lying next to me, and I reached out to hug you, but then I woke up and you weren't there. I began to weep, diaphragm rapidly expanding and contracting as I throw myself forward, remaining upright by bracing my bent knee with my right hand. With my tear-soaked eyelids closed, visions and memories appear in my mind like grainy film reels projected onto a movie screen. I miss slightly tucking just the tip of my left pinky finger into her pajama-bottom waistband at night. I miss pushing my left foot against her right under the bed covers while saying, gas pedal, gas pedal. It both calmed her and me. I miss my queen-size bed, my family nest with a wife, 2 cats, and 2 dogs. I take in a breath and erect myself. I just had hoped we could do a 2.0, I say while trying to sound composed. I start to pace the warm varnished pine floors in a Southern California mountain cabin I'd escaped to, only to find whatever I try to escape from always finds a way back into me. I've been drowning my grief and sorrow with beer and whiskey, but there is no escaping the hurt and heartbreak of an ending life partnership and trajectory. I know alcohol is only prolonging my despair, but I can't let it go. The voice has kept me going by reminding me there is no way to go but through. I love you, I exude. No reply from her, beyond a brief breath. It was the last time I spoke to her on the phone. Okay, folks, that is a short chapter. I will give you the sneak peek of chapter 4, which is titled Things I Miss, by reading the poem. So next week, I'm going to read you Things I Miss. Things I miss. The smell of home. The place I called my own. An aroma of familiarity, clarity, and serenity. The place that was my plot and stamp. It was my home, a place that was my own. I miss my home, a nomad now for several hundred days writing poems. I miss my home, displaced misplaced, and in a state of on and off frustrate. I miss the smell of home, onions and peppers sizzling on top of gas stove, animal dander and fluff tumbleweeding across old oak floors, cologne from wall plug-ins that take you back to flannel, sweaters, and campfire weather. I miss my home, a place that was my own. I now continue to wanderlust roam, searching for that place I know to be my own. So I'll just keep breathing it all in until I find it again. Thank you, everyone. Take care, and I look forward to reading this chapter in the San Lucido mountain range of Southern California to you next week.